Welcome everyone to the Cheapness Affordable Gaming review stream. Today we're playing Mesmer, a very weird indie game that's it's about instigating a revolution through getting support from people in town, different factions. As you can see, they have like this. As you can see, here's a guard making sure that these people in the horse masks sweep up. Although the people in the horse masks are being brainwashed by flower petals, the flower petals they're like, I think the horse masks are stuffed with them. I've played this a while back, but I'm playing again for like the sake of footage. Unfortunately, it was you know, we lost a lot of the footage I got from when my hard drive, external hard drive, was corrupted. So, and this is a game you could actually complete in like 2 hours if you know exactly what to do where. Although it's been a while since I played it, so I don't think we're gonna do it this time. And I don't think I'm not gonna do like a 4-hour stream like last night. So let's get into it. As you can see, the creators of Tesla Grad made this. You may be able to tell from the visuals. There we come with our warthog thing. Kind of like Industrial Revolution visuals, but more colorful. Very stylistically, stylistic, proportions. Very cute. I'm probably gonna have to learn a lot of the game again. Very sorry to wake you, but I need to talk to you right now. It's urgent. I think we used to live here and we came back for like vacation or something after we traveled with this captain, like Jessica Earhart. I'm already awake, Captain. Go ahead. First of all, don't call me that. I'm no captain no more. The police took away my ship. My crew and myself are now landlocked for life. What happened? It started with some cargo I picked up. It turns out the king put an embargo on goods shipped to Mesmer. Police boarded my ship, took everything, and left me out to dry. No trial, no nothing. The state is going mad with power. I tell you. Sounds unfair, but since you're here, I guess you managed to stay afloat. Perhaps you had it coming, given your history of smuggling and all. Here for now, but things are getting worse by the day. The only job we could get was down at Bass Herringbone's cannery. The cannery? Is it really that bad? You don't know what you're talking about. The conditions are muck poor. Me and my crew formed a union of sorts. We're putting up a strike. Fight for our rights, you know. Enough. Were you telling me this? I need to go to the cannery. It's down the stairs to the docks. Get 3 workers to join the strike. I'll be at my house down the street if you need any help. What about your crew? They'll be out of your way. Just focus on the workers outside the cannery. How do I get people to join the strike? They're all human, aren't they? Find out what they need or want, then use it to your advantage. Remember, if you offer to help anyone, you better come through. Never luck and empty promises. And the word gets around quickly. I hope you understand that. Scruples the cash, that's funny. Where are the cannery workers? They should be working at the cannery right now. Go down the stairs to the docks outside your house. I'll get to it. Once again, a very time-sensitive game. Although we can just walk about, you know, time doesn't advance until you do something. So, 17 hours until curfew. Curfew. You can still move around the curfew, but then you have to sneak around. Okay. I accidentally did something to advance time. Like, looking for a trash can is enough to advance time. So I was talking to someone. I want to show you, but we shouldn't really be here yet. Her palette is in the habit of spawning his paintings for, okay, they're moving too fast to really read. Game is kind of pretty, though. Here is our standing with the different factions. Oh, Eric Clampton, nice. Eric Founder, can't you see I'm busy, lady? I need you to join the strike for me. You need at least 4 points to convince from Flounder. You can get 4 at most. And they have like different attributes which influences how you handle them. Mission? I suppose I could use your help. See, I'm saving to buy back my wedding ring from the pawn shop. I had to pawn it to afford food, but I can't go without it any longer. Will you get it back for me? I'll help you get your ring back. Thank you. Hope you can do it. My finger feels so naked without the ring. In the meantime, I'll join your strike, and I'm counting on your help as well. Okay. Andre Bate. What is it I'm working? Need to join the strike for me. To a mission. Oh wait, food. He's a food lover. So getting food should help. But I think someone has a mission where you have to get him a sandwich. That might be better. As a matter of fact, I do have a task for you. I'm hungry, so I'll strike if you promise to get me a hamwich. Do we have a deal? Yes, I can do that. Okay, we can buy a hamwich there. You here to yap, or are you here lending us a hand? Need to join the strike for me. There's something you can help me with. Thing is, I'm hungry, and that's a long way to lunch. But if you can promise to get me a sandwich, I'll join your strike. Yes, we already have one. We got one out of the trash. I'll be waiting for the sandwich over by the other strikers. Can you talk about something? You asked for a sandwich, right? I've got your sandwich. Thanks, it's easier to strike when your stomach is full. Thanks for keeping your promise. Good. Okay, it went on by an hour. Done, and we got a bit more worker reputation. Probably can get the hamwich. Are you forced on strike? I don't know yet. People hanging idly about get hungry, but no work means no income. How can I afford my sandwiches then? I have to start something bigger, like an uprising? By the King's grace, it's bad enough now. Imagine hungry mobs roaming the streets, looting stores and tipping over carts. I've asked you a question. Big demand for sandwiches around here. Can't complain about the sales, despite the rationing and restrictions of 1 meal per customer. Why the food rationing, of course. That's why it's so hard to buy anything edible. Also, I can't sell my customers more than 1 meal per day. Terribly inconvenient, I tell you. Why is there rationing in the first place? Officials say food supplies running short. Something about crops not yielding enough grain. The king's embargo on important goods doesn't exactly improve the situation. Strange, I always thought there was more than enough land in Mesmer to grow food. I'm a merchant, not farmer, miss, but I hear rumors about why the crops aren't yielding enough food. What did you hear exactly? Well, I heard that lands were seized under the king's orders. They say that mine vendors use the crops to grow some kind of flour, but you didn't hear from me, alright. The flour they use to mind control people. Okay, might ask a favor. No, maybe not right now. Gonna make a purchase. Sandwich. That's it for today, I'm afraid. I can't say anything before tomorrow. Okay, back. Farewell. Ben. No. Andre Bate. Need to talk about something. I've got your sandwich. Thanks a bunch. You know how they say you're not yourself when you're hungry? Well, food sure makes me less grumpy. Online. Okay. Tracking already. The mission succeeded. We're on our way to gold status with the workers. It can go all the way to like a sparkly purple thing. Let's just get this guy's ring first. Hi there, name's Pete. Welcome to my humble pawn shop. What you want today? Sell your old family jewels? Perhaps buy some new ones. Let's talk about interesting shop you've had here. Got here. Had it all? What kind of question is that? Just wondering, is that a crime now? I can't see how that's any of your business, pal. Now a minute, I have a question. What's your play here? Why do you wear sunglasses indoors? Never mind, where do you get all the stuff? What's to you? Trying to appease my curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. I have a feeling you're fishing, pal. Go back to that tall cat Otterton. Tell him Pete ain't had no troubles. Pete keeps his nose clean. No need to send this guy's blue caps to check my shop. It's a strange way to treat customers. Okay, help me out a little, maybe, but buying the stylish sunglasses, they're so hard, man. Okay, I need to buy something. I need more cash for that. I forgot how to get money. I'll disappear error to strikes on. Well, do you need any help with getting them deck rats to strike? I have a question for you. Let's hear it. How have you been since our last trip? Our flying days are over, Terry. I've lost my ship. I guess I got lucky. There are worse fates than being landlocked, so I try to do good on dry land now for my crew. How do you do that, then? Starters, I've helped the crew settle down, secured work for them. Not all of them cope so well with being stuck here. They've gotten used to plank and air under their feet, you know. The crew doing now, then? Work at the cannery with me. It keeps them fed and lodged for now, but yonder that fish-faced dirtbag bass, Harrybone, grinds his workers down. It's a miracle no one snapped and gutted him with a fishbone yet. I have a feeling you've got big plans. Yeah, you're right about that. I figure the way things are going in Mesmer, it won't be long till someone decides the upper crust isn't fit to rule anymore. How bad are things really? Downright soul-crushing, food rationing, the police beating down on us, curfews and checkpoints. People are on the edge. Someone has to change things around here. Not the Mesmer I remember. If you ask me, the king has gone mad. His orders are getting more erratic and restrictive by the week. And have you seen the Peddleman? Quiet folks in horse masks sweeping the streets. Rumor is those masks completely wipe someone's minds. Doesn't sound very realistic. If I'm wrong about the whole thing, I can't even imagine what's it like to wear that contraption on your head all the time. I'd sooner eat my own tricorn than being treated like that. I'm sure you've got nothing to worry about. Foreshadowing. Yeah, I've been since the last trip, and generally I'll miss our trips. Right, we had a few good runs, You sure know where to find adventures, Terry. Almost had a mind to write a book about it, but someone beat me to it. You're the most memorable of all my passengers. We're lucky to have you back in Mesmer for sure. Lucky, why's that? Mesmer really needs a hero right now, or at least a famous adventurer. Know what I mean? People need someone to look up to in times of distress, and the king and his lackeys respond with nothing but oppression. Dangerous talk. Talk alone doesn't do much, Terry. Real change comes from taking action. If the strike succeeds, we'll have more workers on board. Then I can really get the ball rolling, and I won't stop till the king himself listens to me. Whatever you want. Well then, we will find someone who will listen. Mesmer has no need for a king who doesn't provide for his people. Isn't that a bit extreme? Look, Terry, I've been here for a while now. Extreme times calls for extreme measures. Get me right. I'm not being naive about this. We can't make our move without having the people's support. Alright, we need to talk. You said earlier you had some more work. Finish what I asked you to do first, then we'll see. Getting the union started is a lot of work, and I'll gladly let you do some of it. Okay. The strike is on, Jessica. Great work, Terry. I knew I could count on you. Here, take these free scruples for your efforts. Thanks. Remember, if you've promised the workers to do something for them, you better keep your word, otherwise they'll be angry, and they'll tell the rest of the workers that you're a liar. Hope strike gives you what you want. So do I, Terry, so do I. Speaking of that, I have something else I need your help with. Can I count on you again? What is it? It's about foreclosure. It's nice pun. He's the real estate mogul living down the street. Not the most pleasant fellow, but his money could come in handy. What ain't about him? My new union needs funds. I need you to go to foreclosure. Persuade him to make a donation. I reckon 5 scruples will do. Who's a rich guy for money? Why not? Excellent, one more thing. I happen to know a few facts about foreclosure that he would rather not become public knowledge. Here, this envelope contains all the juicy details. Okay. Where does foreclosure live? Follow the street eastward, you can miss his mansion. Huge pink house, as big as his ego. What do I need to do? Show him the blackmail letter I gave you. If that doesn't make him give you what we need, I'm sure you managed to convince him some other way. I think I got it. Alright. But first I'm going to buy that ring for the worker. This game is very pretty. Unfortunately, it's not particularly successful as far as I know. It's sitting on mixed and only with like 27 reviews, you know. And it's an odd duck, definitely, you know. It's kind of like, it's almost arcadey in how fast you can actually complete a run if you know exactly what to do. Ring. Okay, later. The thing is, workers become the faction people get easier to convince the more of their support you have. So you have to kind of be very efficient with your negotiations, etc. Different flounder. Here's your wedding ring. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Now I can look my wife in the eyes as an honest family man. Okay. I'm on gold status with the Workers Guild. Okay, but the thing is, he's not a worker for closure. I think he's a merchant, so it might be hard to convince him, but fortunately we have the blackmail letter. You look more classy than the usual riffraff that dirties up my apartments. What can I do for you? Let me cut to the chase forward. I could use your help. Okay, I'll do that just now. You got a question. This is a really nice estate. Do you own the entire building? Thank you. I own a few other buildings as well. Also, I run my own private insurance company for my tenants. You must be making a fortune then. No, money is not a proper topic for a mannerly conversation. But you're quite right. Being a landlord is a respectable trade. Every scruple I've made comes from my estates. I'm proud of putting roofs over the heads of my countrymen. Any reasons for settling in Mesmer West? Why, this is a perfect location for my trade. Plenty of potential tenants who aren't too demanding. Of course, my apartments are always in tip-top shape and of good quality. Any troublesome neighbors? First there's this hired muscle Snout Stitches and his swine, then the pawnshop owner Pawnshop Pete, who wears sunglasses indoors. Hey Cheapness, how are you doing? Hey Rashad, thanks for joining. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. For this later stream, we're playing Mesmer, a very weird indie game. Like a very, kind of, almost arcadey how short it is. Where we have to try and get support for a revolution in an industrial revolution style city. Although that's much more colorful and all, honestly, like, as you can see from the outfit. As a quiet Sunday, basically completed that game from yesterday. Actually, I don't know if you were stuck around for how much of it, but I actually completed a run. I stuck around for like 2.5 more hours last night. And then today I sort of completed a run on the most difficult difficulty, but I didn't get 100% surety. But I might just end it there. I don't know if it's worth trying to get 100%. I'll see. And now I'm playing this game because I previously played it and I need footage for it because it was one of the games on the hard drive that got corrupted, so I need footage for the game. The Snout Stitches, what's his deal? Okay, who wears sunglasses in the north? But last but not least, those penniless cannery workers. No wonder they make no money being this lazy. Like very heavy-handed, like class talk here. The Snout Stitches, what's his deal? He's a local troublemaker and a low-life criminal brute. I was getting tired of his snort hogs making a mess and being loud, so I complained about him to the police recently. Police promised to do something about it soon, as long as the complaints stay. Okay, Step over a second. I'm here because I need your help, Ford. If it's about money, then I hope you came with a decent business proposal. Okay. I guess that you could say that the revolution will be live streamed. But it's absolute punish. Go on. Okay, And I'm asking for a lot, but I really need 7 scruples. Blackmail. Alright, back, back, do you have any work for me? I might have a task suitable for you, Terry. Why don't you ask me a favor so I can see if you have anything to match it? Okay, I'm here because I need your help, Ford. Okay, 7 scruples. Okay, none of you thinks it's worth this much. Okay, ask a favor. 5 scruples? Okay, 5 scruples. Although, we can use the blackmail. Mission. There's one rather troublesome tenant, Luigi Sardini, hasn't bothered to pay rent in 3 weeks. Get me the 3 scruples he owes me and I might start trusting you. I'll be up for it. I think he's a worker, I'm guessing he's a worker. So, he might be easy to convince, because we already have a lot of play with him. Excellent, be cautious though, this tenant is known to be rough. If you need backup, talk to Snap Stitches. He's the leader of a gang, hog riders or something. All too familiar with violence, from what I hear, and a glutton too. Give him the sandwich and I'm sure he'll help you out. Help me, like, extort some money, and I'll, you know, give you the sandwich. It is a very pretty game. Unfortunately, it has some weird... It's not a bad game, it's just very strange in how it works. In what its focus is. Hog riders. You better not be with the police. I have no idea what happened to the last blue cap who came here. Hog's owner. What? I ain't getting all day. Are those live snort hogs I've seen outside? What in the world is this place? You bet your bacon. This here is the finest snort club in this side of the Great Sea. The boys and me, we're the hog riders. What's a hog rider? A free man who cares for nothing else than his hog, the road, and a den to lay low at. There's nothing like riding the hog, I tell you that. So he's essentially like a motorcycle club type deal. Except me and Snorty can't do that much riding these days on account of the curfew. Checkpoints and blue caps everywhere. Who's Snort? And my Snort hog, of course. That big one just outside. Ain't she a beaut? Got a worse temper than me. Har har. I might have some work for your hog rider, Snout. Oh yeah? And what might that be? I need to teach someone a lesson in humility. Can you back me up on this? He's a food lover, so if we give him a sandwich that a guy gave us, okay, so... Okay, just barely got enough. You give him Snout Stitches by offering him food. That's a nice snack for the next time we're on the ride. I'll do the thing you asked. Okay. Okay. Now we have to go shake down Luigi Sardini for his rent money. I mean, it has its foibles, but it deserves more attention than it has, probably. Because, as I've mentioned, only 27 people have reviewed this on Steam. Yeah, so the sales are probably not great. Okay, Luigi is beneath it. He lives under the bridge. Pino. Okay, Pat Evan. Something funny actually happened. I consider this a bit of a milestone in my YouTube career. My friend, I don't know if he's like subscribed to me, but he just sent me a video. His son was he's a young son, like probably younger but 10, and he was watching YouTube shorts on their television, and my short version of the review of Brew and Buchi Get the Milk actually popped up like randomly, so like I'm starting to spread around a bit, so that's nice. That's funny. Foreclosure needs his rent. He should come down here himself, so I could speak to him face to face. I'd tell him a thing or two about his residencies he rents out. Not my problem, I'm here for the scruples. Oh yeah, well, I'm not in the mood for handing out scruples to strangers. If Closure wants his money, he better come down here himself. That sounds nice, yeah. It's a weird thing when you have, like, tell your friends about your YouTube channel, because you never know if, like, they watch or anything like that. Because, yeah, it's fair enough, yeah, it's hard to convince people to watch your content and stuff. Like, because only on rare occasions does YouTube tell you, okay, this person subscribed. You just check the number and it's, oh, it's higher than it was. Oh yeah, well, I'm not in the mood for handing out scruples to strangers. If Closure wants his money, you better come down yourself. I'm sure we can sort this out peacefully. Give me rent your fourth. Oh, okay. Okay, Breton. Okay, okay. That's funny, it's like... Great too, for when I eventually make a short about this game, is like, this is almost perfect short aspect ratio. What a random coincidence though. Yes, sometimes those do happen. Like, other times the connections are easier to take, like, so, like, if someone associated with the game sees it, and then, okay, probably because they actually watched a lot of content about it, and then it's, oh, okay, cool, you know. I don't know. It could simply be that he is subscribed, although, like, it might be that his son has his own YouTube account, so, you know. So the algorithm is catered towards, like, him and his gaming tastes and stuff like that. Then... Okay... Oh... Ugh. Don't worry, we'll be fine in the morning. Oh, come on. That's almost enough for me to want to, like, restart. But I won't. This is the kind of game where you can sort of afford to... Yeah. See, like, we have 33 hours to complete this particular quest. We just have to solve the quest line for Jessica before then, because something, I won't spoil what, but something happens to her. So we have to be done. Terry, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I don't have time to catch up right now. I've got a union, possibly a revolution to organize. Something on my mind. I got the scruples. Fantastic, Terry. Now my union can grow and thrive. We'll turn the city around, I know it. Here, Jessica. Okay, I have one more task for you, if you're up for it. I'm sure it won't take long. Here we go again. What is it now? The other day I came across a short about how Afrikaans and Dutch ended up differing from each other more than English and English UK. I think I saw, like, that come up on my feed too, for some reason. But I didn't watch it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if all the reasons. I have some theories, but I don't know exactly why it went that extreme. Maybe just, oh, you know, like, to try and differentiate themselves or something. I don't know. Like, because I have a friend who, like, studied like Swiss German when he went like on an exchange trip to like Switzerland. And like sometimes he also came across some Dutch. And you'd think knowing Afrikaans and German would be enough to like get your hand around Dutch, but it was still too, you know, too strange to really understand too much. There are some words you can, okay, that's the word, but the things in between the words, like the syntax and stuff, gets a bit rough. And the thing is, I don't watch any content about Afrikaans. So I'm guessing the only thing that proved that to me, I don't know, was maybe some other ancillary factors about it, or simply the fact that this IP address is attached to South Africa. Because before you get your, the algorithm accustomed to you, it was like showing me some weird things. It was like showing me like old Afrikaans movies, and like some like African politics content and stuff like that. So now, there's a gang called Hog Riders. They've got a clubhouse in the backyard behind my house. The gang uses snort hogs for joyriding. Hogs are fast and reliable, but you need a snout flute to call a snort hog. Sounds adventurous. Where do I come in? Could you talk to the gang leader, Snout Stitches, and bring me a snout flute? Confront the gang leader and hitch a ride. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay. Yeah. I need to give him another sandwich. We almost have maximum renown with the Workers Guild, so convincing them of anything will be pretty easy. But the thing is, we don't really need to convince them of much more. Although there's another reason to keep them close to you. I need you to do something for me. Flute. Here's a sandwich. Okay. Then... Okay. Alright, we got 5. I mean, something I remember last time, these snort hogs have really shapely assets. I don't know why. I don't know why they designed them that way. If anyone has played like Teslagrad before, you know, you can see Teslagrad's design in these humans, like the cartoon doll eyes, the proportions. Okay, wait, I went past Jessica's house. Okay, commentary. You know, this isn't really my house. I got commandeered from my union. The owner got arrested for treason, poor man. How can I help you? Need to talk. Got your snap flute. Thank you, Terry. Look, I've been doing some thinking while you were away. How about you keep this thing? I'm not comfortable with riding animals anyway. Wait, you asked me to get you this, and now you don't even want it? Firstly, you're the adventurer, Terry, not me. Secondly, you now have a fast and reliable way to travel around in Mesmer. Just don't trample anyone. You keep the snap flute. Why do I get the feeling you're about to send me on another fetch quest? Nothing gets past you, Alright, so there is something else I need your help with. It's the last thing, I promise. Giving me an uncomfortable long stare isn't gonna work. Terry, I used to run an airship, remember? Will you please listen? I remember finding out a few years back that the placeholder name for Nintendo Wii was Nintendo Revolution. Yeah, I think actually, was it on a piece of Jinx content that you saw that? I think. Because I remember something like that. I think that was like back in the Reggie days. Okay, sorry, the light went off. Okay, I'll be right back. I just have to replace the lights. Alright. Alright, there we go. Well, now I know, like, because that thing was, my mom got me a one of her solar lights that we have. She bought another one for Christmas so that I could just put it here and then I can charge it through the week and stuff. And I now know it can last more than 6 hours because it was charged on Saturday. Oh, wait. Okay, it can last about 5 hours then. Ah, okay. So it's like 4.5 hours, almost an hour now. Okay, so it can barely make. Okay, so 2.5 streams about is how long it lasts. Mean replaces his camera, and you replace your light bulb on stream. Yeah. Usually I don't have to do it. Like it's just I'm still figuring out the limits of the solar light. Yeah, but 5.5 hours isn't bad. You know, and maybe I could put it on a lower setting, but the thing is, I like because on full, it's kind of harsh on my face. It showcases how pale I am very, very well. Just tell me what you need this time. I need more workers to sign up for my union. I thought, why not show them true union support, like feeding the hungry, for example. So I need you to get me 4 sandwiches. I'm on it. What do I need to know? Talk to Gouda Nacho. I'm not sure. Like, is that supposed to like okay, cheese nacho, but a fancy cheese? So, oh yeah, not only it's fancy cheese, it's a good nacho. At the Fat Goose Foods, maybe she's willing to donate some food. Otherwise, you can buy sandwiches at Crispina's cart if you haven't already used your rationing ticket with her. I'm off then. Maybe I can test this snout flute. Is she a merchant too? I already used my rationing ticket to get a hamwich. You also use a solar geyser. Not yet. When our geyser failed a couple of years ago, my parents weren't yet comfortable enough to go fully that way. We do have an inverter. And while it was fresh, it was strong enough to not only, do the TV and a couple of lights for 2 hours, but my PC as long as the game wasn't too extreme. But now, I have to go back to what it was, using my portable DVD player to watch anime box sets. It doesn't matter, like, otherwise, when am I gonna watch them, so, yeah. In fact, the lack of load shedding has meant I watch fewer DVDs. A new face. Guess the word about my tasty home cuisine is getting around. I'm Gouda Nacho, and this place, Fat Goose Foods, is my pride and joy. Now, by decree of the king, I can only serve each customer once per day. Breaks my heart having to turn down requests for seconds. Like, very Disney. Like, this woman kind of looks like Cartoon Mouse. One of my favorite puns from Disney XD's Lab Rats was, "That's non-show responsibility." Yeah. I think I saw like a notch like that kind of pun also on Hannah Montana back in the day. That's nacho cheese. Billy Ray proclaimed it. Could you spare some sandwiches? There's rationing, you know? How many are we talking about here? 4 should be fine. 4? I can't just give 4 sandwiches away. I'm not allowed to sell anyone more than 1. I'm sure you can bend the rules a little. Okay, we're gonna have to give a quest. There's something you can help me with. I feel so terrible for all these people who not only have to live on a single meal a day, but a flavorless meal. If I could get my hands on some dried tingleberries, I think I could boost both flavor and citizen morale quite a bit. I'll get right on it for you. Amazing, thanks so much. Head over to Pawn Shop Pete. He always has some sort of oddities and semi-legal items stashed around his shop. The way out me out. Alright, fine, just keep quiet about this. I'm already in enough trouble as it is. I won't tell anyone, thank you, chef. Right, farewell. Fortunately, doing these quests will increase your relationship with the factions and make subsequent talks with them easier. But you see, there's gonna be a bit of a balancing act, as you'll see just now. We need to talk. I got the food. Let out. Now, if you don't mind, I've got my own business to attend to. Of course, I'm sure we'll bump into each other at some point. Okay. Sandwich, who loves sandwiches? It's... The sandwich sounds a little bit like an Adventure Time character. Like the Grass Wizard or something, yeah. Okay, you have dried tingleberries? It's a spice. This might have required some recently. Bought it off a sailor who was having a bit of an extended shore leave. My friend Gouda Nacho needs that spice. If that's so, she can have it for all I care. But I'm giving it up for free, if that's your point. If you can give me those tingleberries, I'm sure Gouda will return the favor. Let's threaten Pawn Shop Pete. Okay. I didn't know we have multiples of that guy. Yeah, okay. Almost knocked him out again. That's good. That's good. One tough bird, aren't you? Please don't hurt me. I'll help. I promise. Happy now? Maybe you'd do me a favor in turn and buy something as well? Thanks, Pete. Maybe later. Okay. See you later, Pete. There you are. Any progress on those tingleberries? For the tingleberries. Yes, here we are. Too much. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. No trouble at all. Since I already have you here, are you interested in helping me again? Depends, but give me the specifics. I've completely run out of flour, and I can't order any more for now. The food rationing, you see, but I found a way. I've made an arrangement with a worker down at the mill. She's going to leave a crate of flour outside tonight. Can you bring that flour? I can definitely do that. Fantastic, I'll wait for you here tonight. Watch out for this policeman just outside. Once night falls, they will start patrolling the streets. They'll arrest you if they see you out past curfew. I mean, like, already engaging in criminal activity. Okay, are there any other quests? No. Okay, so, maybe I can do a quest for... There's another merchant in this district. lives here in the cannery. What brings you to my office, miss? I know, I have a very stereotypical mind. For instance, I saw this person and immediately went Winston Churchill. But that's just a somewhat like wrinkled face with liver spots. It's a shame the DVDs are slowly being phased out. Just a few months ago, I found out that a local DVD rental store pivoted to selling party supplies. At least they managed to like do something. Like our local DVD rental place went out of business years ago. I actually got a lot of DVDs because at a local Cash Crusaders or Cash Converters, I get confused between the two. They had like hundreds of DVDs for sale for like £5 a DVD. So like you would have to like sift through them, and there was like a lot of these stock things that I probably just let go of because like who wanted them? Like a bunch of stand-up DVDs and stuff like that from comedians you don't necessarily know of too much. Well, but in between them there were like regular DVDs, and then sometimes like kind of rare stuff, or not rare stuff, like not really good movies that people just don't remember, you know. Because actually I'm working for like the 1001, and I like read a lot of like all the Roger Ebert reviews, and it's like sometimes you'll just get like really good stuff there, like Alien or whatever, just in between there, like, and like slightly beat up, but like, and you wonder like who sold them these DVDs. They probably sold them like £1, £2 a piece, and then slowly but surely like £5 a piece to that. It was so bad they wanted to get rid of them so badly that if you were noticed you were like a customer that bought a lot of them, on multiple occasions they would just stuff a bunch of the lesser wanted DVDs, some of the stand-up ones, into a bag, like 10 or 20 of them, and they're like, here you go for buying so many of them. So I gave those to a friend. Got any work for me? I have a nephew, Finn Blubber. I've been giving him assignments from time to time and supporting him with money. He's an honest fellow, but somewhat troubled. I want you to check up on him. Can you do that? I can do that. Where can I find your nephew and what's in it for me? Finn lives in Underbridge. There are no easy ways to get there, so take your time. You will of course be compensated for this undertaking, and quite generously so. My nephew and the work he does for me are worth it. It's a real pain to get to Underbridge, right? Not only that, like, I used to also buy DVDs on Take-A-Lot, and you could, up until like a year or two ago, you could actually still do that. Sometimes you would get like a really cheap DVD, also like of something good, but that's something a lot of people just forgot, like before the Devil Knows You're Dead, that Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ethan Hawke film, you know, very good film, but people forgot about it, you know. Could get it for like 30 rand or something, but now like they're like DVDs of like bad films a while back that were like being sold at like art house film prices, you know, because they always gouged art house films because they knew, okay, the kind of person who would buy an art house film would probably pay a lot for it. Yeah. So it's a rough situation. I talked to Finn Blubber. Where am I supposed to get the flower? Just so I know if I have to get like a grappling hook or something. Maybe I should just buy one in case. If I ask you, do I really want to? threaten. I don't know if I want to use the threaten here. See you later. Because if we go to the police, we can get a pass so that we can move up into the different neighborhoods with less trouble. A citizen, are you here on police business? In this neighborhood, it's usually us policemen who carry out the investigation. Not the other way around, so what can I do for you? I have business in Mesmer East. Could you give me a pass for the area? Many years ago, my aunt and uncle's corner shop also used to rent out DVDs. I remember that for the first 5 Pokemon movies on one disc. I should have asked for it when they phased out the DVD rental. Yeah, because the DVDs had to go somewhere. 5 movies on a single disc. Was it even like Blu-ray? Because as far as I was aware, like kind of the limits of a DVD was like about maybe 4 hours or something. If you go more than that, then you're gonna have to like split it up into 2 DVDs. Usually that's what they do for epics, I believe. Okay, not always, not always. Okay, no, they don't do that. They... It's tough to think now, because, like... I can't, like, remember, like, how many episodes usually are of an anime on one disc. Usually it's about 6. And that's, like, 6 times 24. 6 times 24, 120 plus... 6 times 4... So it's like 140, like 144 minutes. That's 2 and something hours, although that includes special features a lot of the time, but not always. I don't know why they feel the need to split up. I don't know, maybe it's more for integrity of the disc. Maybe if you put too much on it, it degrades or something. Okay, back. Bye. But could we do it? I don't think you can do a mission for the police. Okay, back. Okay, the rumor mill. Hello, darling. I am Baroness Victoria Hearsay. You've just chanced upon the rumor mill, Mesmer's foremost confidential cafe. Any sensitive information shared here stays here, promise. I was wondering if you could do me a favor, Victoria. I'll see what I can do. I trust you'll keep it mum if I help you. Do you have any dirt on... Officer Otterton? She actually is easy to bribe, it seems. Alright, let's... in it for the money. He's a reverse JCJ. Oh, thank you. I was starting to run out of change for cash in the register. So let's talk about your request. And I hear the person to go, or did she already get, blackmail against Officer Otterton? Okay, any clues about... No, I don't need clues. Give dirt on anyone. I think this is if you just want dirt on a random person. Okay, yeah. Cool. On snout stitches. Okay, that's not bad. We can get more blackmail. You know? I mean, that's worth it, right? Please. I need your assistance in a personal matter, officer. Yes, Mesmer East, blackmail. Otterton sends prisoners to mindbenders. I mean, that's not like... A lot of people assume that's what they were doing, so... Alright. Not a bad job for the first day. Purely for public safety, we can't let people know. I'll give you the papers you need. Curfew in 1 hour. Avoid the police at all costs after curfew. You can pick locks at night and the checkpoints won't be guarded. The later you sleep, the later you'll get up. Okay, flower power, okay, I gotta go. Enjoy the rest of your stream, Cheapness. Thanks for joining us, Shav. Enjoy your night. Okay, maybe I can get a sandwich or something. Okay, yes, we found one sandwich. Go to mill. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that scared me. Out. Okay. That's coming in handy. Oh. Ooh. That was a shock. I need to get that crate of flour. It's hard to sneak when... Okay. Run. No! I was arrested. Oh, well, what's this then? A lawbreaker out about the night? I know what it looks like, but I can explain. I'm here, there's a curfew on 180. It's strictly illegal to be outside at night. I had urgent business. Sure you did. Can I convince you to drop the report? All about... bribe. 1 scruple. Then... I failed the mission. Hey. Good morning, Miss Terry. Did you sleep well? I suppose. Who are you? Why, I nearly forgot my manners. Officer Felix Brass, Chief of the Secret Police. An honorary supervisor of the Mind-Bending Academy at your service. See, what can you do for your officer? You can start by telling me a bit about yourself, Miss Terry. How did you like coming back home? What are you planning to do? What business do you have with one Jessica Earhart and her accomplices? You have no right to question me like that. I have every right. You've chosen poor company to keep, Miss Terry. Jessica Earhart is a troublemaker, and now she has dragged you down as well. But since you have recently arrived, I will give you a chance to redeem yourself. I don't see why she would need any redemption. Clearly. Oh well, why don't you step outside? Maybe the fresh air will clear your head. Yes. Citizens of Mesmer, before you stands Jessica Earhart, a smuggler turned rebel. Guilty of inciting revolt, seeding disobedience, and spreading lies about our state. Her union has been causing riots and forcing workers to turn on their peers. Jessica Earhart, your crimes are severe. You will be punished accordingly. I have your accomplice. She will not evade me for long. Justice will be served. This is a warning to you. I will not tolerate troublemakers in my city. Hysteria, can we talk? I know you must be shocked as we are, but it's urgent. My name is Marlon Snapper. I work at the cannery. Remember how you were recruiting us for the strike yesterday? What do you want, Marlon? Look, miss, we didn't all look eye to eye with Earhart, especially when she was going about a revolution, but she wanted everyone to have a shot at a decent life. And what she got was a horsing. Listen, this can happen to anyone at any time, especially you. I think you're in trouble, miss. So what do you suggest I do? Pick up where Earhart left off. Looks like she was right. Decent wages for decent work is one thing, but it's bigger than that. We need a change. We need to rise up and take a stand. Where do I start? Start by gaining support of the people. The more renown you gain, the harder it becomes for the police to nick you. The best way to spread the word is to hold public speeches. Any idea how I can do all of that? Not easy to gather a crowd to hold a speech these days, but having one of these would help here. I haven't seen anything like this before. What is it? It's called a crowd horn, like a mega horn, like it's new invention. Well, it looks like a horn and it gathered crowds. Just tell me exactly what to do with it. Recall, miss? Find a big public space with something to stand on. That fountain over there, for example, and use the crowd horn to gather a crowd. And then what? It's like an argument to swear as many as you can to your side. Different groups will respond to different arguments. And since you can't please them all, you'll need to hold more than one speech. Alright, here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Police suspicion 2. Protection free. You'll be arrested in 2 days. The further along and more protection you have, the longer it will take for them to get you. Recognize the artists. It's very rah, you know. Power should be based on wealth. The people of Underbridge are being denied food. choose death over more taxes. Look at the blue caps? Okay. Place the blue caps out of town. Okay, look to the nobility for leadership. Come on. I need someone to, like, get more... Okay. Freedom of expression. This will pop it over and give us a bit more time. I didn't know if you do that, it gives you that much. Okay. Chase the blue caps out of town. Okay. People of Underbridge are being denied food. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully we can do that next turn. One. Hopefully. Oh, come on. Like, kind of like Simlish. Come on. We didn't do bad, although I feel like we could have done better. We have blackmail against foreclosure. Elect Luigi Sardini's rent. Needs his rent. Doesn't even look like I need to threaten them. Because of how good my relationship is with the workers. It's gonna be a real pain to get to Thin Blubber, but we're in a pretty good position. I want to rent. Do you have any work for me? Now, the Affluent Society wants me to insure the famous Red Ruby, but the price on that thing, if someone were to happen to it, I would be ruined. Financially and emotionally, but I can't say no to the Affluent Society either. I see, and you tell me this because? I need to prove that the Red Ruby isn't being kept safe enough, which would make the insurance void in case of accident, such as safe theft. I need you to steal the Red Ruby from the safe. I know it's risky, but your reward will be worth it, within reason. As well, my comfort zone. I could use your help. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I really need 7 scruples. Threaten him. Alright. Fine, fine. Let's go get a pass for Aesthetica, and then a pass for what's the other place? The underbridge. Let's sandwich, spin. Alright. That blackmail on Snail is worth nothing, really. Maybe I can get another rumor mill. She's noble, so maybe I can give any dirt on I can't get any more dirt on him. Maybe if I go to the next area, I can get some other place to get blackmail information. Old citizen, you must have a valid pass in order to pass by a checkpoint. King's orders, I have a pass, let me through. Thanks, let me... The Badger Gazette. Asteria, you're back in town and already making a name for yourself. Got involved with some rebels, I hear. Perhaps you could share your story with the public one day. Now that would make for some interesting reading. Can you get me some publicity in your paper? I'd like to introduce myself to your readers. Victoria Yersay at the rumor mill. Yes. Thanks for joining it, Nielsen. This is a weird game about trying to enact a revolution. And it's mostly kind of like fetch quests, but it's nice. Our benefactor and owner, Orden Affluenza, the man in the front page article about himself. First, he's oblivious to our existence for decades. Then he turns up unexpectedly like a leftover dinner from last week and makes demands. Anyway, I want you to interview him. Can you myself as a journalist. Time for that now. Okay. I need more dirt to make it easier to convince them. Okay, I don't have sandwiches. We can't ride the cableway because we don't have authorization, really. The bank. Maybe I can convince the banker to give me money. Oh, and have masses revolt yet? Not yet, but we're getting there. Borrow some money. 7 scruples. Threaten. Okay, no, no, financial support. Okay, wait. Financial support. 7 scruples. Okay, it doesn't have a quest that's worth that much. Financial support. Here's something you can help me with. As you know, a bank needs money to function. We lend out money. We get slightly more back later. Now we have 3 different people who have, for a reason, not paid what they owe. I want you to remind them to pay that back their debts to the bank. 3 days. Foreclosure, Niels Raven, Krabby Claude. Alright. Can I get a small amount for free? Spin. Alright. Bye. Ah, the curious cat. This ought to give us like blackmail information. He's a noble. We're okay on with them. You have dirt on Officer Astuto. Maxing rest now. Gildo Denaro. Anyway, let's first get dirt on anyone. She's not really afraid, but she's easy to convince on this one thing at least. Alright, you have charming. Alright, you charming smooth talker. You may have your favor. Who do we get blackmail? Yes, Gildo, and then want to ask you. Then we can have. Do you have any dirt on Officer Astuto? Maybe we can do a mission for her. I'm not sure if this is worth doing for free. Right, Officer Stuto. Okay. She doesn't respond to threats. Okay. Although she's not that hard to convince. Right. Alright. Now, we can go to the bank. We can go to the bank. Come on, come here. Come here. Okay, bank. 8 scruples. Blackmail him. Okay, spin. Right. Fine, fine. We've got a fair bit of money. We can deal with this. This is a place for food. Although she's an artist instead of a merchant. I guess she considers her food art instead of just a commodity. Flower shop. Kalverstraat. Treasure shop. Affluent society. Okay, here's the police station. Rough roll, yeah. A request. Could I have a business in Svetica? Could you give me a pass for the area? Blackmail. Astuto's corrupt. Then. Okay. Right, I thought nobody else knew. I'll help, but you better keep your mouth shut about this. Okay. And then another underbridge, because he's greedy, we can just bribe him. Okay, alright. I suppose this covers the administrative fees for your case. Okay, okay, now... Well, I don't think I will be able to get to Finn Blubber in time. So it might be worth just doing something else, you know, and letting the quest expire. Much better rolls, yes. Like 1 hour. A map. Is there an easier way to get on the bridge? No. No. That's just not gonna work out. Alright. No. Have a pass, let me through. Thanks, officer. We can get that one guy's debt and maybe get a quest from this guy. Okay, this guy doesn't... Okay, maybe if you want art, but... Art you can give to, like, art lovers, and I'm not sure if I have to go to any art lovers just yet. For the closure... Wait, is it locked? Okay. Nobody lives there. Or is it just because it's so late? Okay, it's just because it's so late. Okay, I'm just gonna get a sandwich for that time. Well, hopefully. I'm gonna dig for the garbage. I found a fish bone. Least suspicion. Okay, you will be arrested in 3 days. Alright, okay. We have to be a lot more efficient. What do you mean no one lives there? Oh. Maybe if I progress, maybe it's too early. Maybe if I dig in the trash. That's a fish bone. Okay, technically we're at day 3 now, okay? Yes, okay. Okay, we need to talk. Bank wants you to pay your debt. That's all well and fine, but now is not the right time. You should come back later. The bank won't accept any more delays. Everyone's after my money. Why don't you ring me and see if scruples fall out my pockets? Tell the bank I will make the first payment soon. Why not now? What do you mean, now? You want me to leave my office in the middle of the day and take a stroll to the bank carrying a sack of scruples? Who do my work? Pray. If you pay now, you can borrow more later, and I'll sleep, and you'll sleep better through. Trust me. Only 4 points? Okay, because he likes us. Let's save the intimidation tactics for later. I suppose you make a valid point. Okay. Your time forward. Do me a favor. Do I really need that much cash now? Okay, Neil's Raven. I'm gonna shake down Neil's. Is there a different quest I have? No, not really. So, if I can get the same quest as just now from the cannery owner, because it's on the way, you know. In a favor. Oh, any work for me? It was supposed to be giving out canned fish for free, but the scam was selling them instead. I like his initiative, but that was really not the place to apply it. There are people down there you really don't want to anger. What's my point with this then? I need to find someone to smuggle and distribute my canned fish and underbridge. The rationing hit them hard. They aren't even getting ration tickets for crying out loud. I want to feed everyone down there for free with my canned fish until the rationing's over. A noble goal, I help you. From what I remember about the people down there, here's who would be able to help. Gal Glitz, Mama Payne, Nick Trinket, and Krabby Claude. Krabby Claude's good because he also owes the bank money, I remember now. I like the clever names, yes. And maybe I can get a couple of other quests while we're going on our way there. Maybe we can help that artist, and we can help the undercroft person, and maybe the noble, if it's like on our way. Palette. Can you do me a favor? Fine art? You have a mission for fine art. I'm ashamed to say this, but I've gotten in trouble with the bank. I'm just no good with this finance stuff. Please talk to Gildo Dinero on my behalf and sort this out. Please help me solve this problem, and my favor is yours. Okay, we can then pop back after we get the money the other people know. That's very efficient. Yes, and we have like 38 hours to do it, so that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Maybe we can do something for this guy. Can you help me out a little? Do you need a mission for it? It's hard running a shop these days, you know. Less money to go around, less stuff comes in. Don't order something out of town, nothing suspicious. Just a crate of perfectly legal goods. Could you bring the crate to my shop? I can't do that, Pete. Okay. Because I think that has to be done at night. And I don't want to do illegal stuff yet. Of course not. Have a pass, let me through. Thanks, officer. Maybe we can get a quest or two here. Okay. Neil's Raven. Okay, a quest of... I will do the interview. Okay. Alright, we can hit him up on the way back. Neil's Raven. We're gonna shake down Neil. Have a pass, let me through. Thanks, officer. This is the artsy district, as you can see. Why is there a giant target here? The murder. Little bird lands on the perch of the ravens. Look around and embrace your dark side. I'm guessing he's like a reference to, who's that again? Edgar Allan Poe. Bank manager sends his regards, Nils. Ah yes, Gildan the Nero's attachment to material wealth remains as disturbing as always. I use that money to refurbish the murder. Getting something new to look authentically old and deteriorated costs a lot of money. I really would rather wait a bit. I don't want to have to cut into my emergency fund, which I keep in case of extreme misfortune. I can feel the calamity looming over me. Just wait and drop my guard. The bank wants you to pay now. Consider this your emergency. He's a coward, so a threat's gonna go over quite well with him. Ooh. Ooh. In the dark of night, as my consciousness was fading into the great beyond, we all visit as we sleep, inspiration struck me. When I came to I went straight to my desk and produced the most moving piece of poetry. Its very essence is that of the darker emotions we seldom speak of. But alas, art does not exist in a vacuum, and so I need feedback. Can you show my poem to people and gather feedback? Alright, sure. Anyone particular? I don't know the reference. Like, he wrote a poem called The Raven. Like, in the South Park, one of the South Park episode about goths, they like summon him from beyond the grave. There are certain people whom I perceive to be skilled with art. If not experts, I'll write down their names for you. Here is the poem. Try not to succumb to emotions. It will stir inside of your heart. I have to recite the poem to 3 relevant people. I love them, Graven. You want the relevant people? We need to talk. Niels Raven is requesting feedback on his new poem. You interested? My brother's poems are always fun, like a child's crayon drawings. You just want to hang them on a pantry door. I'm ready. Impart to me my brother's creativity. At the end of the day, you stand ablaze. At the end of the line, we smolder together. At the end of all things, only the cold remains. Oh well, it's obviously a love poem of sorts. What he's saying is, even if your love seems important now, at geological timescale, nothing we do matters. I'm sure he thinks it's deep. I think it's neither deep nor good. That's harsh criticism of your brother. Your family, Niels and I, the only 2 souls dear to each other in this world. Rough criticism from someone near is the most honest expression one may ask for. Crabby Claude. Are there any other people we can give the poetry to? One in the arts district. Well, we're here, so we only have to go through the checkpoint once. I'm actually replaying this because this is one of the games I lost the footage on a corrupted hard drive, Neil. I'm Victoria Sharp, avant-garde artist extraordinaire. What draws you to the Triangle House? Sharp, because he lives in a house made of triangles. Niels Raven requested feedback back on his poem. Would you like to hear it? Interesting for here, his sister Bella von Graven is the poet in the family, not Niels, but I will reserve my criticism for later. Let me hear it. Niels Raven wrote this. That man is all too obsessed with the dark side of things to my taste. Perhaps he didn't recite it right. Let me hear the poem again. How delightfully depressing. Yes, that's Niels Raven's style, no doubt. I love how the poem has 3 stanzas, but that's all the praise it gets from me. I like the form, but I can't relate to the content. Okay. Maybe I should be getting more quests, you know, just in case. What mission do you have? Where is it? Oh, she wants to meet Snap Stitches. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, so you could not sort out the drive, or was this just a footage recovery? No, the entire thing, apparently, we took it to a PC shop, and when I described what happened, it said, okay, I'm not gonna touch it. It was something, the thing happened to it where you can only send it to a data recovery center. And that cost like 3,000 Rand, and it just wasn't worth it. I know I should hate him based on the way he looks, but I find myself interested despite that. He's something of a maximalist masterpiece. Oxymoron aside. Much like a snort hog in an outhouse, he is impossible to ignore. Please set up a date, I mean a meeting between me and him. It will be in the park. Alright, they're in the vicinity of one another, so that's good. Okay, now we only have to get Krabby Claude to pay back the money he owes. And we can also talk to that person who's selling the fish instead of, you know, giving it back. Oh, alright, yeah. Fortunately, I managed to scrape together a pretty good review of Silk Song, in spite of it. But other than that, it was a pretty harsh thing. Seaside Inn. Talk to you about something. The bank sent me to remind you of the debt. You should pay it back now. Well, you see, there's a problem with that. I sort of don't have the money anymore. Did you spend it all? No, I gave it to a friend in need. Yeah, that's it. Gal Glitz needed money, lass, and I gave her a loan. She owns a shop, so she'll be able to return that loan by now. Get her to pay me back, and I'll pay my debt to the bank. Don't worry, if anyone down here has some extra money, stash it to her. Well, her and Mama Payne, but you don't just ask Mama for money. Better not leave while I talk to Gal. Okay. What favors does he have? A dirt. A dirt. Passing Bone needs someone to distribute canned fish in Underbridge. Really, that cannery is going to hand out food just like that? Seems there was a pearl inside the rotten clam that is herringbone after all. I'll do it last for Underbridge. I won't ask for payment, but I can't hold much at a time. It's alright, I think we have a deal. Okay. Nice day. Mama Payne. Can bribe him with cash. Then. That's fine. Ugh. Bye, leave. Alright. Gal Glitz. Gal Glitz, Gal Glitz. Those graffiti. Gal Glitz's Emporium. Anything on the mind? Krabby Claude sent me to collect the debt, the money you owe him, so he can repay his debt. Not the first time, you know. Claude has a bad habit of getting himself in trouble and then expecting someone else to solve it for him. This time it's me and you who got the job. You don't owe money? Is that what you're saying? No, I don't. You use me as an excuse. He's probably already gone in hiding, waiting for you to leave so he can come out and run away. This time he better be on the run for when I'll catch him. But for Claude's sentimental, he wouldn't leave so abruptly. He's too attached to this place. Not that you topsiders will understand. He's probably just hiding somewhere nearby. Where should I look for him? Like I said, he's one sentimental man. Try looking in the area around the seaside inn. There's a lot of crates there, ideal for hiding. So who does he owe money to this time? None other than the bank itself. The fool! You shouldn't mess around with the bank. They might send some nasty topsiders to shake the money out of people. Someone dead'd even get horsed. At least it's not Mama Payne or Claude. Would be fun for. Good night, Cheapness. Enjoy the rest of your morning. You too, Neil. Stream's almost done anyway. 10 minutes left. Thanks for joining, Neil. Where are you, Krabby Claude? Ah, there he is. By the salt, you found me. So much for hiding. What do we do now, lass? Galglitz told me everything. She said you should stop hiding and pay your debt already. Why should I? Because the bank isn't much for forgiving debts, and living on the bridge doesn't mean you're safe from wearing a horse mask. Those are good points, lass. Now that you mention it, I've gotten a bit carried away with horsing around, haven't I? Also, Gal told me everything about you, stopping messing around and setting her up, Claude. Fine, fine, consider me duly chastised. I didn't know she'd care so much about me. I'll pay our gal a visit, apologize for this thing and stuff. I'll clear my debt with the bank as soon as possible, too. Tell them that. Finally, you're being sensible. I've passed, let me through. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Pass, let me through. Thanks, officer. Now we can return to the bank. Maybe you should have been a bit braver and efficient and did the interview first. Need to talk to you about something. I finished talking to everyone about their bank debt. Tomorrow, foreclosure. He used to be punctual in the past. Lately, though, his payments have become more and more irregular. Niels Raven was very dramatic about it, but he did promise to pay. Very good, I was afraid he would try talking me out of collecting his debt, or wear me down with his talk of doom and gloom. I convinced Krabby Claw to pay, but it wasn't easy. That's so, can you elaborate? Krabby Claw ran off. I had to find him at his personal hiding place. Typical, but you put an actual effort into tracking and convincing him. I commemorate you on a job well done, or however refrain from lending that individual any funds. And that's everyone? You actually managed to convince everyone to pay up. I think this calls for a tip. Thanks. Good work. Yeah, now we're getting a bit more relationship with the merchants. Good work, the bank. Thanks you for your assistance. The cash must flow. Goodbye. Important financial business. I do love talking about money. You see, Monsieur Palette has appointed me as financial agent. Ah yes, quite a lot of trouble with that one. I might need to cancel his financing and sell all his art supplies to recoup the cost. He's considering reconsider bankrupting Palette. The world will be poorer without his art. Bribe. Gourmet. Ben? Okay, yes, we did it. I detest giving into demands by brute force, but I'd like to keep my elf. Take the money. If you're successful, it doesn't damage your relationship for some reason. Does this mean Monsieur Palette is free from his debt now? No, but you may inform Palette now that the bank will not demand that his assets be seized as payment for his debt. For now, at least. In my mind, I think I've got enough money for now. Okay, we go do the interview, go to the newspaper merchant, then we go to Monsieur Palette, organize... Ooh, okay, wait. And maybe we should first go here. I'll pass, let me through. Monsieur Palette. Monsieur. About something. Niels Varian is requesting feedback on the new poem. Can you read a few? Poem? Interesting. I haven't heard anything from Niels in a while. I'd love to hear what he wrote. Please read it to me. Oh dear, I don't understand the poem, I'm afraid. But the phrasing strikes you as kind of depressing, doesn't it? It's not what I need right now. Send Niels my regards, please. What joyous news! Now I can finally focus on my art. Perhaps you would like a painting of yourself, my savior. Maybe later. Okay, yeah, the artisans like me now. Snout stitches. Someone wants to meet you. What sort of meeting? The sort where I need to bring a snort on? Or the sort where a snort on needs to bring me? This isn't some blue cap setup, is it? Victoria Sharp wants to talk to you about fashion. Fashion? Listen, miss, I am no artsy type. I have nothing to discuss with someone like her. She's well aware, but wants to meet anyway. Why don't you give it a chance? Food? Canned fish. Back of bribe? Ruble? Ruble? I don't want to pay this much, but okay. Alright. Thank you for contributing to keeping this hog on the road. Whatever you need, consider it done. If you want to meet you in the port, don't be late. Guess I gotta turn that hog brush on myself for once if I'm meeting a fancy lady. I probably will just get the I will tell Bass Herringbone about the successful mission, and then I will wind down for the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. If anyone's interested, I will be streaming this week instead of a long form, but I'm not sure what yet. I will think about it a bit. Maybe I'll play a new game, because I think I'm done with that procedurally generated detective game, The Magister. It was quite fun though. Great. Now his winning partner. It's Krabic Lord, the innkeeper. The innkeeper, you say. A reasonable choice. You can hand out my cans discreetly disguised as food serving. What does he want in return? Nothing, but you can't hold much at a time. Well, that's inconvenient. The shipments will need to be more frequent then, but I suppose I can make it work. Here's your reward, miss. There's only a little bit that, because I wasn't as successful as I wanted to. But that's it for this stream. Thanks everyone for watching. There's nothing new. Just shorts coming out. Remember my review came out of the South African point-click adventure game, Broenboekje Get the Milk, if anyone's interested. Next long form will be next week. Yeah, that's that. If there's any free claims, I will probably make shorts on them. And that's it. And please enjoy the rest of the evening day.